Hi Middle Country patrons! We are here today to show you how to make the personalized face mask hanger. So we're going to show you two different ways of doing this. So my colleague Sarah Fade will start.
Alright, so hello everyone. So you will see that you will get a few supplies in your kit. You'll get a board, stencils, transfer tape, and 7 cup hooks. So Amber is going to show you how to do the painting part. I'm going to show you just how to do the stencil part, if that's what you choose. So this is the finished project of what it looks like with just the stencils. So this is the kit that you have received, okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to pick your color paint, and you'll be doing that for either project of what you decide. So the first step would be painting the board. If you don't have to paint both sides, I just did that to show you. So you're going to paint it, and then you're going to go ahead and take the stencils right here, the vinyl stencils. You're going to what we call weed the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what the finished project looks like, but you're going to either take, you can take a Cricut weeding tool. It looks like this. If you don't have something like this, you can always use a paper clip that came with it, and I would just kind of unbend it and use the sharp edge to sort of help you, or another sharp object of your choice. So with the magic of editing, we will go ahead and weed that, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So once you're done weeding, it will look like this. It's a little hard to see with the white, but you're going to take off the back and leave what you wanted to put on the board, which would be mask station. So what you'll do is you'll just take your sharp thing, cook it in, and then just peel it apart. You're going to be particularly paying attention that the letters and the design don't lift up with the back. So just don't do it too fast, do it a little bit slowly, make sure this stays. Then you're going to take your object and then just lift up the little pieces between the loops of the letters, okay? So in your kit, you will also receive transfer tape. It's going to look like this, all right? This is the graph paper. So what you're going to do, how this works is you're going to lift it up. So you just have the sticky part of the graph paper. You're going to lay it down on the item. So we'll do, let's just do the mask station first. So you're going to lay it down on the vinyl part, like so. So it looks like this. You're going to just, rub it down so it sticks. And then the magic of transfer tape is that you're going to lift it up off of the item, and then it will supposedly peel off the lettering. So it might take a few tries, but it does work. Patience is key sometimes, for me at least. Make sure you get the eye. That on the eye. And voila, so it'll look like this, okay? Now what you're going to do then is you're going to take your dry board that you have painted, center it where you want to lay it on the board, so try to make it nice and centered. The grid does help, so Amber was smart in picking this transfer tape. Now what you can do is lay it down like so. So it'll stick, but you're still going to have to take something like a ruler would be good. Or if you have something else in your house that you can use. And I would just take it and just rub it down like this so it sticks. Now don't worry about the transfer tape. It's not going to, that part won't stick. So once you have it down, then you're going to lift it up. Help if you don't have nails, so like that, and then you should see it sticking. You see how it's stuck? Ta-da! It's a little hard to do upside down. So voila! And you can also reuse this transfer tape. So you might want to save it, but then we have the mask station. And you're going to repeat this steps for the side embellishments here. And then we're going to go ahead and do that. Now this is a little tricky because you're going to want to make sure you place it evenly, or however you decide how you want to do it. It's up to you. So. Okay, so that's the embellishment, and then we're gonna go ahead and place it. I'm gonna put mine on the sides. You can put one on the top, one on the bottom, however you would like to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on a little bit of an angle. Again, you're gonna press down so it sticks. And then go ahead and lift up. To show you what that looks like. See, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and repeat it for the last one. Again, you're just going to take it, take your transfer paper, lay it flat over it, press down so it sticks, and then slowly lift up the transfer paper with the vinyl. I'll flip it over for that part. See, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and try to make it, I'm going to try to make it as symmetrical as I can. You can always use a ruler for a more precise. Let it transfer down. And then peel the transfer off. And voila! That is the process of doing that with the vinyl. However, Amber is going to show you how you can do it with a little more customization, with coloring, and she will finish the project and show you how to attach the S-hooks.
Okay, Sarah just showed you how to use the vinyl for all your lettering. If you really want to customize it and choose colors that match your living room or your bathroom or wherever you'll hang your mask station, then you can customize it by choosing the color and actually painting it. So we're going to do the complete opposite with the stencil this time around and use it as an outline. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the process would still be using a weeding tool to do so. I loved Sarah's tip on how to use just using a paper clip. You already got one, and it's such a great idea. These weeding tools are available. They're made by Cricut. They're about $6, so you can pick one up, or like Sarah said, just use a paper clip. So what you're going to do here is you're going to actually remove the letters itself. So you're going to remove mask station, and you're going to just go ahead and take that out. So all your letters connect, so it's super simple. So you can see I just removed the mask. The S is alone. And then here's, okay, so that was nice and easy. So then you're going to take the whole piece and put it wherever you want. So before you put it on, just think about how you want it positioned. Sarah went for the middle. I'm just going to go slightly above. But then you also want to keep your other stencil in mind as well. So we did give you 2 pieces of transfer tape. So go ahead and use those. I'm going to reuse Sarah's. Okay, just cover the whole thing. You can use a ruler, a credit card, or whatever you have to smooth it out. I'm just going to use my fingers because it's actually a little bit easier to get this on. So the trickiest part will just be making sure that you get the middle of the O to stick onto the transfer paper. You also have to be careful with the K and the A. And you can just use your fingers to adhere it to the transfer tape. Same thing, you're going to go ahead and smooth it out. You can use your fingers, the ruler, make sure it's nice and straight, and smooth it out. Gently take it off, peel it at an angle, just to make sure you don't lose any parts of your stencil. Again, be careful with the S, the K, and doing it at an angle and just kind of going nice and slow really does help. So take your time with this. This is the most crucial part of your project. Again, if you had that paper clip, you can go ahead and just reseal it down if it lifts up on you. Okay, and then you can see how it looks. So you're going to be painting inside of the stencil, right in there. I'm going to go ahead and do my other stencil as well, so then I can just get my paintbrush out and concentrate on that. So for this stencil, it's white, so as Sarah mentioned, it's going to be a little hard to see, but you just remove the leaf and leave the outline. And then you're going to paint inside of it. So really when you're deciding what to do, it really just comes down to the fact if you want to paint or not. If you want it just to be super easy and functional, you can use the vinyl is the wording. And if you want to get the paintbrush out and give that a shot, then you know, this is what you'll do. I'm looking forward to seeing how this looks. I have some green here. And I'm going to try to add like a little texture and see how it comes out. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, there it is. So just when you're trying to line it up here, just take in account that you are going to remove this stencil. So just kind of position it how you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put it pretty straight. Sarah kind of did it as an angle. This looks really great. So I'll just show you a different way, just to kind of give you a sense of what it'll look like. I'm just going to put it corner to corner. So when we measured these, it's the outline is the exact size of the board. So if you want things straight and centered, go ahead and you can, right here, the graph paper, it lines up perfectly. So it's the exact size, the outline. So that was done on purpose in case you just want to have it exactly in the middle. So that's what I'm going to show you now. Make sure this sticks. Okay. And again, just make sure you do it at an angle and take your time. If it lifts up a little bit, go back, smooth it out with your finger, and keep healing. Okay. Now you really want to make sure that your edges are down before you begin to paint. So just take a moment and make sure everything is smooth and stick it. If it's coming up, then your paint is going to bleed over if you're using this as a stencil. So just take a moment and make sure it's your vinyl is completely adhered to the wood. Okay, great. Same thing on the other side. Okay. And now there's just a little tiny edge that will be left. So, very small. Okay, again, I'm lining it up exactly to the edge. Okay. And then just remember to take off the back. I just tried to put it on without doing that. Okay. And if you try to rush, like I'm doing, just takes more time. So just take your time, pull it up nice and slow. Make sure everything is how it should be and is sticking. So, it's great. Okay, so once you get your outlines on, it's gonna look like this. And this is when you get to, customize, choose your color. So these are leaves over here. I'm gonna go ahead and do those green. So you're gonna want a smaller brush. This is like a 1-inch brush here. You have a stencil, so you don't have to be super careful. The main thing is gonna be to let it dry. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna use some green. And you'll just want to paint inside of the stencil here, however you would like. I mean, you should be careful, but again, it's a stencil, so you can go over. So that's kind of nice. There's a lot you can do. You could always, add some of the stems in and add some color, add some brown, really whatever you want. Okay, so you can see here I followed the outline of the stencil, added my green. I'm going to let it dry before removing it. I'm going to use a different color to do the mask station stencil. Now on mine, this leaf over here, because I probably didn't completely center it, is overlapping. So I am just going to use a pair of scissors and just trim it. So if this happens to you, you can do the same thing. And I'm just going to cut it just enough so all of my N is exposed. So I can paint it. Okay. Now the vinyl you got for the wording mask station was black. So if you like that, you might just want to go ahead and use the stencil. If not, if you want some purple or some other color to match, you can do that. So I have this purple. It's lighter than I like, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little black to it and then mix it up. Just to make a darker purple. Okay, so this is more like, almost like, I was trying to get it more like an eggplant kind of color, so I'm getting close. So let me go ahead and try this out. Over here, my M is just a little overlapping with the stencil, so I just moved it. Okay, there it is. All my purple is on, it's completely covered. It's looking good. So now this needs a little bit of time to dry. So I'm going to show you how to add the C-cuff hooks. So those are here. You got 7 in your kit. So here you can see that Sarah put all 7 on. So her thought was, you can have 1 for each day, which is awesome. So if you have a large collection of masks and you have to wear them for work or school, 7 is great. I'm going to show you a little bit different one. I have 4 people in my family, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4 hooks on, and everyone has 1 hook. So I'm kind of going to hang mine up in the bathroom, and it's going to be like more of a washing station, if you will. So we can rinse them at night, hang them, and they'll be dry for the morning. So I'm going to show you 4 hooks, and then you'll have 3 left over if you do it this way. So I'm going to, you can use a ruler to measure if you want it exact. So your piece of wood is 18 inches. So if you go ahead and go over 9, you can be right in the middle. And then I'm just going to go 1 over, so to 7 and 4. And I'm going to use a pencil to kind of mark. Actually, I'm going to go 4.5. And then on this side, I'm going to go 9, 7. I'm going to go over to 9.5. And then to 12. Measured from this way to this way. So that should be even. So you'll have to decide and measure and do some math based on how you want it spaced. So I kind of just want everyone's to be in the middle. And then where you put and then wherever you have your dots, so you can just kind of muscle it in and turn it. It's definitely possible. These are small. If you do have a drill available, it just makes it a little bit easier, and I don't want to stand here on camera and try to muscle these in. So I am going to use a drill. One trick that I always do to make sure that I don't go down too far is I put a little piece of washi tape, and that's just to see, to make sure I don't go through and hit the table, which I certainly don't want to do here at the library. So okay, once you have the amount of holes that you want, spaced out how you want them, then you go ahead and just screw these in. So you just turn them. And of course you'll want them to be upright. So if you turn too much, you could always turn back the other way. Okay. And the last one. So the 7 hooks is obviously almost twice the amount of work, but you have more space to hang additional masks. But 4, you only have to do this 4 times, so that's a little bit. So there they are on my board. Okay. So once you do that, your paint should be almost dry. I would recommend doing a second coat so you have a nice even distribution of paint and it just looks more finished, but I want to show you how it's going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my stencils. Again, you're going to want to do it nice and slow. Okay, you'll need some sort of tool to remove your O, your A, your S, the inside of those, your K. So find that paper clip again. Okay, well, it's looking good and it's completed. Again, if I did a second coat, it would be a little bit clearer. So that would have been good, but I just wanted to show you what it's going to look like. And there it is. So I have the purple up here and the green here. You could, use a very fine paintbrush to go ahead and just, touch it up a little bit. But it looks great. If you are going to put it in a bathroom, you might want to put a sealer coat on it. So the craft stores, they sell all sorts of things you can use. You could spray it. If you do that, just bring it outside, spray it. So if you're going to put it in like a kitchen or a bathroom, you'd probably want to do that just so it doesn't get ruined. So that's what it's going to look like. Sarah and I would love to see your completed project. So if you want to show us, you can post it on Instagram or Facebook or email us and show us your completed project. If you get stuck somewhere along the way, you can also reach out to us and we're happy to help. We hope you really enjoyed this project and we'll put this practical, timely craft to good use. So thanks for joining us and check out our future Take and Make programs here at Middle Country Public Library. Thanks.